Hi.
Hi.
Well, oh,
Okay,
hang on.
but then there must be a lot.
We're going to get a lot of feedback there for a second. Sorry about that. And it looks like I forgot to take commercials off the thing.
Oops.
Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
So let's start at the top. And Jeff C. came in. Railroad Mike, good to see you,
Hi,
Mike.
Mike.
Drive safe coming back from Wasilla. Hopefully you made it back all right. There's Ashley. And there's Dixie.
Hi.
PA Patriot, Janet Parrish.
Wow.
Ashley, it's old school Alaska.
Yeah, cold Florida.
Janet says, hey, Sarah, loved your boggin you had on getting your craft stuff together. Did you make that?
Yes. I did. And I never made another one because it's so funny looking. But it's really, really warm and light, and it stays tight under my chin, and so it stays put when I'm like driving or whatever.
Yep, whenever she goes on the snow machine, it stays
Yeah, it
tight to her head.
Mm-hmm.
It's Texas Donna. Heath Doty, good to see you, Heath. Thank you for reminding people to give thumbs up. Appreciate that. Thank you. Just scrolling through, let's see who's in here. Is Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain. Good to see you, Ruby. We're just greeting one another.
Nice.
And Jenna says, I'm ready for flip-flops.
Oh,
it's been some crazy weather. Oh, hang on one second, guys. I got to turn that light off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot it. Yep. I needed to measure my drinks, but otherwise, oh, yes, that's so much better. Good job, Rob.
Didn't mean to blind you.
Mm-mm.
All right. Hey, there's the Bartmans. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing great. And there's Paula and Jason from P&J's Homestead Adventures. Amazing couple right there.
Yep.
Chatting back and forth. Janet says to Texas Donna, cold ain't bad, too bad. It's the day of the snow. Temps during the night below freezing. I don't like,
below freezing.
And speaking of temperatures, we're sitting at 34 degrees and it's still snowing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're going to be getting snow for a number of days. We'll get into that stuff here in a few minutes once they get caught up on falls in here. And I'm skipping over the ones that are just talking back and forth. And remember, if you need to get our attention for a comment or a question, make sure you give us a thumbs up and see if it's going to work. There it is. And we'll make sure we get a hold of you.
Yes.
Bob Bartman says, is there any snow in Alaska this year? Yeah.
We'll go over that here in a minute.
We'll go over that here in a minute, guys. P&J says, Robert, Sarah, and Rob posted a short earlier. Snow is falling. Yes, it is. And I will tell you now, our snow pole is up around 3 feet right now, if not over, because it's been coming down constantly all day today. And it is a wet, heavy snow.
Really heavy.
I was just telling everybody that I had a short out on that earlier. Thank you, Ashley.
It was fun.
Hey, and there's Clint. Good to see you, Clint.
Hey, Clint.
Did you get any of that snow down there in East Texas there, Clint? Janice says, I watched the short, hearing that firewood falling was eerie sounding. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and it happens about every 30 to 40 seconds right now. Here in a few minutes, I'll try to take you guys outside so you can see if you can hear it, because it's pretty wild.
And all the trees are bent.
And there's Miss Alone. Good to see you, Alone. Hopefully you're doing well.
Yes.
Everybody's saying hello.
Nice.
There's Jetski 68. Hello from upstate New York. Hello. Hopefully you're doing well. And there's Georgianne. How you doing, Georgianne? Hopefully you're doing good. And P&J says, we can hear and see you.
Yay!
Yes. That's kind of the point, isn't it? We want to be heard and seen. And there's Teresa. How you doing, Teresa?
Nice.
California. I am new to your channel, enjoying it. Well, we're glad you're enjoying it.
Welcome.
And there's Ashley dropping, looks like Reverend Mike's Alaska's link. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley, if you have a channel and you want your link dropped, hit Ashley up. He's got the quickest thumbs in the world. He says he's tech challenged, and guess what? He's not. He's full of beans. Anybody that can get a link dropped quicker than I can on a computer. No, you're not tech challenged, Ashley. Sorry, buddy.
He's more than competent.
Yes, everybody's greeting one another. Hey, just Jason, Keto, and more. Good to see you in here. And there's Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. Good to see you as well. Haven't seen you in a while. And there's our friends Adam and Phyllis from Alaska.
Hi, guys.
Hey, y'all. And Ward.
Hey.
How are you doing, Ward?
Gosh.
Ward, you getting any snow down that way? Roof is
you
shedding.
can hear it, yeah.
The house is shedding snow about every half an hour.
Right.
That's how much snow we're getting.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody's greeting one another still. Ashley's dropping more links. Jan says, I love that boggin.
It's so silly. I wear it all the time because it's comfortable, but I don't wear it out in public usually. That's the first. That was its real first.
She did once, and that was on the train when we went to see our friend Shannon.
Yeah, it did not make a hit on the train.
Everybody's like,
what?
Right. I thought it was nice. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's greeting one another still, and I'll get the questions here, Susan.
Mm-hmm.
There's Susan Thomas. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
There's Backyard Trucker. How you doing, my friend? Everybody's still greeting one another.
Nice.
PTL Fabrication. Hello, Robin, Sarah. Sarah, we like your bonnet also.
I'm glad. It's warm and comfortable, and it stays on my head.
Yes. Teresa's from Sayreville, Tennessee. That's
Nice.
Cool. I got family that's from Tennessee. They were from Pikeville area. You know, a lot of family there still. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Dun, 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 dun. That's the snow shedding.
Snow shedding off the roof.
And Ward says, love Sarah's hat in the video. See? She thinks it's funny.
It is. It's funny.
See, look at how quickly Ashley's dropping these links.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Not tech challenged at all.
Just amazing. Yep. I'm glad you all like the hat.
Yeah. Malone says, I love your glasses, Sarah.
Oh, these
are cheaters.
These are cheaters. And actually, I lost my glasses when I went to visit my friend in Pennsylvania. And on the way back, the steward had a pair. And these are them.
Yeah,
They're readers.
Gave them to her.
So she gave them to me so I could read the signs so I could find my way home.
Hello, Jerry Odell. Good to see you in here.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings from snowy, cold Michigan. What's your temperature over there, Jerry?
Yeah. It could be quite cold.
Yeah, it's Susan Cover. I'm not sure which way to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I hacked it. Good evening, and it's colder here than you are in Southwest PA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we're at 34 degrees right now.
Yeah.
And it's Frank Don, Valley of the Sun, Arizona. That's a nice area. I haven't been there in years. And there's Matt AK. Hey, we got snow today too. 2 inches though.
Oh, wow.
We
got all yours.
You know, and all this stuff we're getting, we're building it up and we're shipping it back south.
Yep.
Because the lower states don't want to mail us anything.
Right.
Take that.
That's funny.
Kale. How you doing,
my.
Kale Casey? Good to see you, my friend. Kale Casey has the Alaskan Dog Center down in Willow.
Yes.
And there's a hell of an Airbnb that we do like to stay at on a regular basis.
It's very comfortable and cute.
Kale says, howdy neighbors, been waiting to kayak the front assessment of the highway, but the rain won't stop.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Willow. Yeah, no, that's not good, my friend. That's
wet.
Crazy. I hope you guys are keeping busy down that way. The pups. And next time I'm in town, I'll have to stop by and see you if you're around, Kale. I'll give you a call. P&J greeting Adam and Phyllis. Everybody's still greeting everybody. Let's see. True Blue, Aussie, Lisa W. Good to see you, Lisa.
Nice.
Terry Williams says, Rob, I couldn't believe those trees were cracking. That was pretty incredible. Yeah. And like I said, it's happening about every 30 to 40 seconds still. It's just crazy. I'm just looking for any comments. Remember, if you have a question, give us a thumbs up. Clint says, no snow here. Most of the state a little north and west of me. Well, that's good because you know how it happens when it snows in Texas, right? People just go all over the road. Crowd, good to see you. Says, hey, Curmudge Inn out on a late night call. I'll be listening. Not a problem. Not a problem. Hopefully it's warmed up down there for you guys. I know you guys had some pretty chilly mornings the last couple of days. I was talking with Hogan earlier, and it was like in the 30s this morning down in Florida, in our old area.
It's that here.
Teresa says, I am doing great. How are you guys? And I love you guys, this channel, and keep up the great work. We will.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ward says it is raining pretty hard down there in the Kenai. Ashley greeting Ward.
Yeah, what?
Let's see.
Good.
Matt says, I looked up the 511 cameras near the cabins again today. All the snow they got down there is gone again. Yeah, it's been a real fluky winter.
Very strange. Very strange winter.
PA prospecting, Curmudge, Sarah.
Hi.
Hopefully you're doing good there, PA.
Yep.
And if you guys are into prospecting, stuff like that, definitely check out PA. Gentleman Prospector, if he comes in. Any of the prospecting channels are really amazing people. Very tight-knit community.
And fun.
Yep. I hang out with a lot of them on their lives and stuff like that on a regular basis. They're just great people. And all the people, if you see another channel on here, they're going to be good people.
They're good people.
They're really good people.
Yep.
We try to hang around with like-minded people and people that are level-headed and not too crazy. I mean, we're all
a little crazy,
but
yeah.
Let's see. True Blue says, talk about crazy weather here in Melbourne, Australia today. A nice 8 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow, 100 plus. Then back to the mid to low 70s.
Oh my gosh.
I can deal with the mid to low 70s all day long.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not bad to me.
100's too hot.
Yeah, that's too much. That's why I get out of Florida. Ms. Nick M. Hello, how are you doing? I'm just looking for comments. And speaking of, there's GP. Good to see you, gentleman prospector. I'm sure Mama Bird won't be far behind.
Right.
Again, if you're into gold prospecting, GP or gentleman prospector, PA Patriot, Mama Bird, I'm sure more of the guys will pop in here as the time goes on. There's Lori Cup from VA. Good to see you. Kathleen. Will Adam and Phyllis share your flags up? Yes, they will.
They will.
They will. Yep. Their cabin or the property that they have is off of our trail system here. GP, how do y'all golden people? Good to see you, GP. Terry Williams says, I love that. I would love a hat like that for Halloween.
For Halloween, yeah, that's about it.
You could dye it black a little bit or something like that. That'd be a heck of a little witch's costume.
Great. I'll think about that.
Old school. Repetitive motion scenes. Yeah, actually, trust me, I know that one. Texas Sun, I'm not into fashion. I'm into comfort. Just one pair of slippers away from going to home. Right. And there's Tony Mitchell from Mitchell's in Alaska channel.
Lovely. Yeah. Nice.
Peter says, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up for Sarah and
thank
Rob.
you.
Please do that. Thank you very much, P&J. Appreciate that, Paula and Jason. So it's good.
Excellent.
Hey, it is Big Family Expedition. Good to see you guys. Hey, y'all. How's your weekend going? Wet and snowy.
Wet.
I'll give you guys a peek here in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get caught back up to the bottom, Lisa says, don't send that snow to far south here. Was even snow in Florida this week. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, Sea Life. Good to see you. Everybody's chatting back and forth. I'm just looking for anybody we're going to greet and stuff like that, or if anybody has questions, make sure you give us a thumbs up or tag us in the question. Linda Grigg
from New
Zealand. Love the Christmas decorations.
Oh, thank you.
The decoration.
Yeah.
Teresa Walker.
Enjoyed it.
Hello from Claremore, Oklahoma. I love Alaska and was there on a cruise. Love watching your channel. Well, thank you. Yes. And make sure you check out the other Alaskan channels in here. They're all amazing people, and most of the ones that are in here are good friends of ours. Jerry says, right now it's about 32 degrees in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Wow.
Has been down to negative 9. Wow.
That's way colder than here.
Yep, you're definitely colder now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
And Lance says 34 in Alaska. It's 14 here in Colorado, currently snowing, getting 4 inches already today. Yeah, we get a lot more than 4 inches today. And there's Arlen. Good to see you, Arlen. Hello, everyone. Got one eye in the chat and the others in the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Don't burn that ribeye, Arlen.
No.
Do not burn that ribeye. GP says, I have hope two kids are warm and doing well. We have our new granddaughter here with us tonight. That's right. Congratulations. We wanted to come in and say howdy. Much love. Thank you, GP. Tell Mom Bird we said hi and
Mhm.
pinch that baby's little cheeks. Let's look for any questions.
Mm.
Almost to the end here. Here in South Alabama, had 8 inches of the white stuff.
Oh my
Woo!
gosh, and stuff.
Yep, you guys had problems. There's Northern Girl Hobbies. Good to see you in here. GP says, Alaska, you and Sarah are awesome indeed. Well, so are you guys.
Thank you. Yes.
Getting close to the bottom, and then we'll start talking about some other stuff here, guys. It's Kim from Pensacola. Back and forth. Sea Life says, I'm in Melbourne, Florida. Melbourne, Australia, sister city. Yep.
Oh,
I know
nice.
Melbourne well. My ex's daughter went to FIT over there.
Nice.
Northern Girls Hub says, drained Alaska to cord. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just looking for questions. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm just jumping over the chit chat of everybody in between so we don't get too horribly behind. Kathleen says, Sarah, did you felt the hat and that hat by hand? Looks creative expression.
I did, and I tried to make it round, but it ended up being round like this way. And when I had to stitch it and fold it, and
it was a process.
It was a process.
I'm trying to get it.
It didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it turned out to be very comfortable, very warm, lightweight.
Yeah, we'll get her to do another
funny
one soon. All right. PTL says, are the trees that are falling dead standing or uprooting? No, they're actually snapping.
They're snapping.
A lot of the big limbs are snapping off, and some of the ones that are kind of leaning already are snapping, 3 or 4 feet, some of them up to 20 feet off the ground. They're just snapping off. I did take some video when I was trying to get down to the tracks earlier today just to keep the trail broken. And I knew I was going to need my chainsaw, so I brought the chainsaw with me. And like I said, I cut 6 out of the way, and there's at least another dozen that I didn't have enough fuel on me to even mess with. So I just went around them. And over the next week or two, I'll go down and start salvaging all that and bringing it back to the house here to use for firewood in a year or two.
Yeah. Wow.
Terry says, Sarah, what are you drinking tonight? Looks tasty.
Manhattan.
Yep. Patricia says, I'm a new subscriber and I love the off-grid shows. I can't understand the opportunities. I love you guys' channel. Well, thank you. Make sure you check out a lot of our friends around here. Alone, Alaska Cut the Cord. There are so many in here that are amazing Alaskan channels. Marquette says, hello from Wyoming. Sarah, trees are beautiful and so creative. Snowy, and then the negatives here. I lived in Alaska for 8 years. Love it there. So you are gathering firewood from the fallen trees. Yes, we will be. I just got to get a path around some, because some of the trail goes this way, some went across it, and some went straight down the trail. And some of these trees are 60, 70 feet tall. So it's going to take a little while. I'm going to have to get around and start working my way from the very end up, because I won't be able to get around everything with the snow machine and the trailer.
Right. I lived in Wyoming for a year in Laramie. I liked it.
Denise Evans says, hi, you too. It's great to see you doing well and enjoying your evening here in Manifest, South California. I think that's what that is. It's been windy and cold, but no rain. Almost forgot what it looks like. Wow.
Yeah. Boy.
And Robert Miller, hello. Hi to you and all in chat. Good to see you in here. And there's Rocky Mountain Prospector Brad Hayden. Everybody's greeting one another, and I'm skipping over all the greetings so I don't get too far behind. Let's see. Ward says, you two have a wonderful day. I'll try and call you tomorrow. Not a problem, Ward. Look forward to hearing from you, brother.
Yes. Enjoy those babies.
No, that's not the one with the babies.
Oh, not the one with the babies. The wrong one.
That's kind of my prospector.
That's right. That's right. What's Ward doing that?
Here's Katie from Greenland Quilter. Hi, Curmudge Inn, and how's winter weather? Snowy. Wet. Very heavy snow.
Heavy wet.
Okay, I think we're almost to the bottom, and then we'll start talking about everything else going on here.
There's a lot.
You're rocking the link drops, Ashley. Yeah, he always
does.
There's Larry from North Carolina. Good to see you, Larry. Frank says, if the tree snaps and falls during a snowstorm in remote Talkeetna, does it crackle? Now we know what it sounds like. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, right? It
lot
definitely makes
of
a lot of
crackling.
noise. You know, the whole time I was out there, I was worrying about that, you know, trying to go down the trail, because if one cracks and hits me, it's not good.
Not good.
Not good. I won't go down the trails until this starts falling out of the trees, and take a couple of days. So I'm staying off the trails for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good evening, folks. What a nice evening together. Exactly.
Yes.
That it is. It says, I've got to run expensive parts for my trailer power system. Got delivered, and I have to go get them. See you next time. Not a problem,
See you
Matt.
next
Good to
time,
see
Matt.
you. Okay, Sarah, I've never been to Laramie, at least not yet. I live near Jackson, a small town of 2,000. Oh, nice. Is Denise? Hi from Pittsburgh.
From Pittsburgh. Yay, Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh.
Katie says it's 2 degrees Fahrenheit there where she's at in South Greenland.
Wow.
She says, Rob, I truly appreciate your honesty, being generous to the Alaskan Railroad system. They're amazing people. They are amazing people. And today, believe it or not, was the first time I've ever seen a train canceled due to weather. They did not run from Anchorage to Fairbanks today because of the weather. There's trees on the tracks right down by our stop.
All over the place.
But the folks in the train are simply amazing. And it's not just the crews, it's the people that ride it as well, the other flag stoppers that are up here.
Oh, some good friends.
And, you know, we've made a lot of friends over the last couple of years. And there's a few more that are actually started a YouTube channel up here. I think it's Wilderness Farm.
Is that the
That's Amanda and Vanessa. I'll drop if you look at some of our videos, there's a link to their channel in there. I think it's Wilderness Farm or something like that. I'm sorry, girls, if you're watching, I'm sorry. They are third generation.
Amazing young women.
On that property. Their grandparents, Clyde and Mary Lovell, started the property back in the 60s.
Late 60s, early 70s. I can't remember. I can't remember.
And then their parents were there
the
for a while.
Will know.
And the property was on the show. Our property was on Railroad Alaska. It's called Sherman City Hall. But nice girls.
Yes.
Seeing what's going on. Madhunanda. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
I hope you're doing good down there in California.
Yeah.
Staying away from fires.
Yep. And I hope your daughter's doing well in
Fairbanks. And Julie says, hello from Missouri. I lived in Laramie for about 12 years.
Wow.
I miss it, but would have had plenty snow and ice here. Yes. And there's Miss Brun. Good to see our Aussie girl in here today. And then is the other one in here? I've not seen her. It says, hey from Oz, just having a barbecue for Australian Day weekend here. Very nice.
Good for you.
Nick says, do you have any trees fall on the railroad tracks? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there are some on the railroad tracks.
Right down by our stop.
Keith says, hello from Keith and Beckley, West Virginia. Well, hello, Keith. Good to see you in here. I think it's the first time I've seen you in the chats.
Yep. I've driven through Beckley.
I'm sure I have too, somewhere online. Everybody's greeting Brun, and Brun's greeting everybody else.
Nice.
Christian says, happy Australia Day, Brun. Welcome to the Great Northwest. Brun says, Brun is doing great, happy, smiling, and eating lamb cutlets. Ooh. Nice. Patricia says, give them a shout out for me and thanks. I hope we all enjoy this move. Thanks for all the little things that we do. Good work at keeping us sharing. Hey, there's Tomcat. Good to see you in here, Tomcat. He's another one of the folks from the prospecting community. Ruby says, I'll be in and out of chat. Not a problem, Ruby.
That's fine.
Dixie, did you say the name of the show was at the Levels? Yes, that's Railroad Alaska.
Railroad Alaska
was the name of the show. The name was the Levels. The property is known as Sherman City Hall. Marquez says, when I lived in Alaska, there were 84 men to every 1 woman. Scary, but so fun. I heard it's more equal now. Is that true? I think it is. I'm not positive.
It may even be possible that there are more women here than men. So we wonder what the saying is going to become instead of the if a woman is in Alaska looking for a man, the odds are good.
But the goods are
The
odd.
goods are odd. So now there are so many women that we wonder what the staying is going to shift to.
Right.
It could be funny.
Frank, I have not ice fished since I've been up here. This year is definitely not happening because the lakes are not freezing that well,
No.
and a lot of the areas have been shut down for traffic on the water or on the ice because we've had so much overflow on the ice. It's stupid. The big the Sourdough 300 dog race was canceled. That was supposed to be going on today because there's no snow.
No snow.
And that's where Kale was probably going to be at that today to take care of that because he usually covers all of the dog sledding events. He does videos and stuff like that. Like I say, he's a great guy. Pop trip.
Michigan.
I'm sorry. Wishing you the best for Michigan. Not a problem. We'll just call you Pop. How's that? Lone says, Marquette, Glen Allen, I heard the women outnumber the men 3-1.
Ooh.
Oh. David, how you doing? Good to see you. Good evening, Sarah, Rob, and Sarah.
Good evening.
I think actually I'm almost at the bottom. I think I just hit the bottom. Kristen said, oh, it just jumped on me. Sarah made beautiful art for us earlier today. It just moved again. I lost it. There it is. A piece of art. Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Some of it's a little more crafty than artsy, but it's fun. You just look around and see what's around and what you can use it for.
Yeah. Gladys says, almost missed this. Sarah, I want to ask, when you made your Xmas trees, what other types of moss can you use?
I don't know, but I imagine anything that is kind of pliable and whatever you have at hand. The old man's beard or Usnea doesn't hold its color quite as much as I would like, but it's nice. So whatever you have that's in your neighborhood, give it a try and see what you come up with. I mean, every place has sticks, so you can make sticks and just tie them together and just play with it. Have fun.
PTL Fabrication says, the dusting of snow in Florida, everything is canceled.
Yeah.
Trees possibly falling on the tracks in Alaska, and they cancel the train. 3 feet of snow, no problem.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Marvin. Good to see you, Marvin. You as well, Meredith. I hope you're doing well. I was looking for any questions. Don't forget, if you have a question, give us a thumbs up. I ain't gonna do it today. So after I pull my thumb down, right?
There it is.
David says, Rob, you be ready this summer? I think I've seen it. I was looking at the corner of my eye on my phone, and if you're talking about the rentals, we might be. We have some stuff going on with the cabin right now. Nothing bad. We have our friends from Alaska cut the cord using the cabin right now as staging for the property that they're working on. Once they have themselves situated over there, at that point we'll start renting out the cabin.
Right.
But to help them out because they're amazing friends and people in general. We gave them the cabin to use until they get it situated where they can actually have a space over there where they can live in or stay in while they're working on the property. Everyone says, I like crafting. I make things with rocks from my local beach. Yes, we've seen some stuff you did, Ron.
We all love rocks.
Tom says, hi, Rob and Sarah. Hi, Russian Wind.
Hi to everybody. Oh, that's nice.
I think we're almost to the bottom. Glad I said thank you. Etsy would be great. Posted costs.
Right. Rocks. Yeah.
Thanks, Tomcat. Tomcat just donated 10 memberships.
Wow, nice. Thank you.
Marquette says, alone, wow, guess it's harder to find special friend for those odds. Yes, I found Sarah and Rob through you. I love watching all of you. Well, thank you. Nice. And Alone's channel is simply amazing.
Oh, it is. It's wonderful. Very interesting. Very
Thank
exciting.
you, Maru. Brooke Trout says, I was going to ask about ice fishing. You answered. Yep.
Not this year.
We have just over 4 acres here, David.
Mhm. But it's surrounded by state
Yeah,
land.
we've only got one.
Seems like.
We've only got one property that touches us, that,
Mhm.
and nobody's ever been on it. And if we have our way here in the next couple of years, we'll be owning it. Mary says, Sarah, where did you get the wonderful hat?
I made it. It's made out of felt. So it didn't do what I thought it should do, but it's fun and it's warm and and lightweight.
Gladys says, I do a lot of painting. Do you paint also at all, Sarah?
Not much. I do a little bit of watercolor, and I make small. I watercolor small. I was never very good at it. Oils are too hard for me. Acrylics, I lost interest quickly. You don't keep interested in what you're not really good at, so that's where my painting is a little limiting.
All right, so let's take you guys outside for a quick second.
Oh yeah.
That way you can see exactly what is going on here. Roof was shedding.
Did they see it? Did they get
Yeah, I think they might have seen some of it. Here comes more.
Okay.
And this is happening about, every half an hour on one side of the house or the other. And you can see the snowbanks down here. Normally that's about 3 to 4 feet below the floor of the house. And right now it's actually higher than the house or the floor. But you can see on the machine shop right here how deep the snow was. I took some off over there, but not all of it. The cabin over there, half the roof's been shoveled. I got to shovel the other half tomorrow. It's just crazy. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to be quiet for a minute, see if we can hear some trees cracking. Probably hear the generator. I can hear them way off in the distance.
I don't hear them. I hear dripping from the roof.
See, now it's going to make a liar out of me.
Yeah.
But you can see how heavy the trees are. That branch that's right there normally sticks up like this. And that poor tree down there was normally standing up, and it looks like it's been scalped. But let's see if I can go over this way. And this is to the south of the house. I don't know if you guys can see all those trees right over there. They're bowed over. Yeah, like I said, of course, now we're not going to get the sound of the trees coming down. The snow has let up a lot. It's small flakes now versus the silver dollar size we had earlier. All right, let me see what I missed on questions here. Calm down. All right. Meredith, oh my gosh, I love it. It's Penny Johnson. Good to see you, Penny. And I just kind of went back a little bit so I can catch up with stuff that I missed while I was walking around outside. Jen says the Burl shelf was fantastic. Haven't seen 3 so close together like that. What are you going to do with the other half? I'm not sure yet. Probably make another shelf that goes above where that one is now. Marvin says awesome. Everybody's saying beautiful. Went to Wonderland. It says it takes practice over and over. Reuse canvases.
Yeah. I used to do that. My mother was a pretty darn good oil painter. she did some very pleasant
Mhm.
scenes.
Big family. It's not that cold. It's 34 degrees out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's, to me, that's not cold. Lisa's
deep.
adventure cruising, very deep. That's about 3 feet. And I looked at the snow pole earlier, and we are at 3 feet.
Yep.
Lone says, Curmudge Inn Alaska. Look at all that snow. Wow. All I have is ice. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Looks like they froze. Yeah, they did. Oh, what? The computer, or hopefully we're not frozen. I'm looking over the corner of my eye. I can see that it's not. Dixie says, beautiful. Wish I was there.
Yeah.
Temperature's 34. Winter is beautiful.
It is.
Lone says you can see the trees and the limbs bending under the snow behind you, Rob. Yep.
Yes.
And says it's beautiful, but I don't want any. I'm sending you some, Clint. I'm going to pack it up in a box and send it to you.
It'll be yucky by the time it gets to you.
No, it's going to be water.
Yeah.
Keith says, wow, how much solar power would a person need to run a home office 5 days a week? It all depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Wintertime, we don't get a whole lot of sun. It's pretty much off generators. And we're underpowered on solar, and that's going to be changing this summer. We only have about 1,800 watts of panels up right now. I've got two 500 something watt bifacials that I'm going to put on the cabin.
Right.
And we're also going to probably get about 10 or 15 more panels this summer, as well as a few more batteries for this house, and upgrade it a little bit. Gladys says, it's beautiful. The snow sliding off is fun to watch.
It is, isn't it?
Bertram says, one of these days we'll hear a Yeti. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Give Zeus a few minutes. He'll get wound up. He'll give his Yeti call. It's wild. Look at all them bent over. Yep. All the girls. There's snow. There's the snow you were hoping for.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Hello, Penny Johnson. Jennifer says, I'm always in awe of the snow.
That's beautiful.
And she says, if you have a question, give a thumbs up to get their attention. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Mark. It is definitely an awesome chat and live. We have amazing people in here. Hey, Tiffany, good to see you guys. Hey, all, sorry I'm late. Better late than never, Tiffany.
Stylishly late for a party.
Marquette says the trees cracking is unreal, but the sound of water popping onto the ice is it's shedding again.
More shedding.
The dog's like water popping under ice is what always freaked me out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's spooky.
Meredith says beautiful, man. The cleanup, the cleanup's not going to be fun. It's going to take me probably a better part of the week to get the trees that are down up to the house.
Oh, yeah.
The other girl says, getting more here to alone. And we're going fishing again tomorrow. Our ice is the thickest on record here in Ontario. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't trust ours in about 2 seconds.
No, not
especially on the lake by the house here, because the lake has so many springs under it.
Right.
I probably should go out there and check it out sometime in the next couple of days to see how it's doing. Sue says the pups are awfully quiet tonight. Don't jinx us. Hush.
I've made them stay in a lot today, so they're bored.
Yeah, they're actually
just hanging around doing nothing.
Yeah, they don't like the wet, heavy snow. Denise says, amazing, Rob and Sarah. Do you ever get tired of living in such a beautiful place?
Never.
No.
It's different every day.
Yeah, sun changes every day.
Every day is different.
Not to worry about typos.
No.
Warmer Alaska than it is here in New York. Yep.
Yep.
Christmas, my wife and I can think of no better way to spend a Saturday night than with all of you lovely folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tammy. Hello, Tammy. Good to see you. Hello from Newfoundland. Love watching your videos. I wish I was there more. I wish there were more. Sorry. Sarah, I love the tree art. Take care.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. Now she did good with the tree.
It's fun.
And there's all kinds of videos coming up soon, so stay tuned. Is it Tammy or Tommy? I can't really read it. It's Tammy. Okay.
Tammy.
I don't have my glasses on.
Mm.
PTL says it has been snowing and hasn't melted much. And then in Southwest PA, my dogs are
Right.
making me shovel areas for the potty time.
Oh, yeah.
Not ours.
Yeah, no.
Mishki just runs in circles until she tramps it down.
Yeah.
Then she does her business. Thank you, Ashley, for reminding people to give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see.
And then it snows on it. We have to wait till spring and it's pile.
Yep. Yeah, it disappears quick. Don't let her think that it doesn't. Hey, Annie, good to see you. Everybody's greeting Annie. Chris says this is community YouTube style. Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yep, we're having a party here tonight.
And chatting with you all kind of helps us from going stir crazy too.
Oh yeah.
Terry says the snow falling off the roof is going to cover your windows soon. Now, these windows on this side of the house are about 9 to 10 feet above the ground, if not more. Now, the cabin,
the cabin
it's about
that's
halfway
a
up the
different
window.
animal. The first winter we were here, it covered the whole window.
Yeah, it did. I had to go out. And she looked at me one day and said, "Can you go out and shovel the window?" And that was before I shoveled the roof.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was.
David says, "May I ask you, Rob, what's the average price you charge for cabin rental?" Drop me an email. It's curmudgeinn@gmail.com. Mary says,
and sometimes he cooks for people.
Do you think you can use some of the fallen trees to build a shed to store by the side by side when you take the train? You said the bears bite it and stuff. Glad you have been milling. Most of what's falling right now is birch, and birch is not the most easiest thing to build with. So I will be getting a bunch of spruce, and I will use spruce to build the buildings we need to build.
Spruce is a bit stronger.
And it's not really stronger; it's just easier to work with.
But if the tree is going to be breaking with the snow load, it might not be
the best to use.
enough.
Well, it'll be fine. It's usually where the trees are breaking is at the crotches.
Yeah,
where the branch out like that, and that's where they're usually snapping at. And there's Fort Prospecting. Good to see you in here, brother. Kathy, how you doing? Hi, guys. How can I see some of Sarah's artwork? Well, if you've seen the latest video, you'll see it there. But we're also going to be putting up more videos. I've kind of been twisting her arm to start doing more of that, because most of the videos that have been out there are focused kind of around me doing stuff around here, and she needs to get some attention.
But also, my studio is not quite ready. I seem to require quite a bit of organization, and I haven't got it yet, but I will.
Yep.
So I'll get there.
Sorry, I just lost where I was.
Sorry.
No, there it is. Yeah, in case. Okay, we just read that one.
Yeah. I'll try to show more.
Katie says, "What is cool is the ice talking on top of the lake." Yeah, it's just back and forth.
Oh yeah.
It's a wild sound to hear. We can actually, when it starts breaking up on the Susitna, we can actually hear the ice colliding with other ice from up here. Yeah. It's crazy. Thank you, Ashley, for dropping links. Same thing with your Northern Girl hobbies. Just trying to see if I'm missing anything. Okay, here's one. Is aquifer drinking water sourced by wells available, or is it too difficult to pump? As I imagine, I just can't believe it possible. Water up here can be a pain in the butt. Depends on where you live. Like where we are, we have a creek. We use that for general cleaning, things like that. Then we have a spring we get water from for drinking. Then you have stuff where you can drill or possibly drill, and it depends on the quality of the water. If the water's not that great, then it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Not worth the.
There are a lot of sulfides in the water, kind of like what you would see down south in Florida. So a lot of it depends on where you're at. And then there's places where you're going to have to drill 300, 400, 500 feet down, and then it's a pity to get it up to the top. Like where Alone is, they have so much permafrost out there, and then the water's so far down, and it's not that good of water. It's not worth doing a well.
The communities have water
Yeah, there are a lot of community
available.
wells.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to find water closer to the property that's coming out of the ground.
Mhm.
If everything goes right this summer, we will have a mini X up here to do explorations like that around here. What the price of 1 acre could go for near the road? You don't want to know. The property in town is through the roof.
Mhm.
It's not cheap.
It is.
It's not cheap at all. Scott Belcom has been looking around, and he's even shocked at some of the prices on the road system.
Mhm.
Hey, Hobo Rob, good to see you. Everybody's greeting everybody. Looking for any questions, make sure you give thumbs up, and I'll make sure I get them. Tomka says, you just saw the bison, Northern Girl, very cool. Yeah. All right, so if you have any questions, make sure you ask them. We had, let me see how close I'm fucking button.
Okay.
With all the snow that we had an issue at the barn.
Oh,
East side of the barn has a lean-to on it attached to the side of the barn. On the west side, it's quite steep.
Mhm.
It's, like that. So the snow sheds off fairly well. The other side
and
was,
it's a metal roof.
and it's a metal roof. And the other side was not flat, but it was not very pitched either. And it was asphalt.
Mhm.
And it's also where we keep our fuel drums. Well, sometime last night, the weight of the snow sheared it off the side of the building. Normally it was like this. Now it's like this. Luckily, we can still access our fuel drums, so it's not, an issue. And I will be getting them out of there in the next day or so to put them someplace a little bit safer. We're not sure where we're going to put it, but figure something out. But now that whole side of the barn is going to have to be fixed.
Yeah.
The board and batten is fine. The structure's fine. It's just where the roof is sheared off the wall. It was a poor design. Number one, it was too far down the roof, and the main roof is way up here. So all that water's coming down and splashing back on. You can see where it was causing an issue with the 2x12 that ran across that was holding it onto the barn. So I'm going to have to take that all and rebuild it, and it's going to go much higher and it'll be higher up.
Right.
And
more slope.
And it'll get a metal roof.
Metal.
Just like the rest of the barn is metal roof. So we're going to make sure that that's right. And we'll get that taken care of really quick.
We're going to be investing in metal roofs.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot of metal roofs this
metal
year.
roofs. Makes a huge difference in the safety and durability of the properties.
Mark, get a hold of me. One of my moderators had dropped my email in the chat, and just drop me an email. Because a lot of it depends on dates and stuff like that, times of the year, just like any place, different times of the year, different rates.
And the winters are beautiful here, but it's hard to get here. The train doesn't run like every day.
Yep. Meredith says, Sarah, did you needle felt the hat or so?
No, it's just rubbed.
It's layered and then used.
Yes, layer,
bubble wrap
layer, bubble wrap, rub.
We'll get her to do a video on it.
Yeah. I haven't ever done needle felting.
Right. Quick Trout says, how are the chickens doing? The chickens are doing okay. We only have one hen left and 2 roosters. Yeah. And she just started laying eggs laying eggs a couple of days ago again. So we're kind of happy about that.
She's our favorite. She's a little orange.
Yeah. So Tomcat just dropped 10 more channel memberships. Thank you very much, Tomcat. Appreciate that. And Bent Fork Prospecting has been a member for 3 months. And Gladys just gave us a $10 super chat. Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Absolutely unnecessary.
Yes.
But
it's always appreciated. And I got to figure out where I was. If I missed anybody or missed a question, please ask it again. I think that's where I was right there, Meredith.
Oh, good.
No, it was actually Brooke Trout about the chickens.
Yeah, needle.
Marquez says, I see somebody's already asked about rentals. Sorry.
No,
not a problem.
Okay.
It's just easier. I don't want to go into that side of the business, on the live. If anybody has questions about the rentals, get a hold of us.
Email
it's Curmudge Inn at Gmail. Rob Bartman says the snow was pretty high when we were with you last February. Yes. Yeah, last year we actually had a lot more snow than we did. And
it wasn't so heavy and wet.
Yeah. There's EG wife. How are you and Gary doing up there?
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Hope all is well. Snowy and light winds here, 22 above. I am taking advantage of the warm weather
Yeah.
and started spring cleaning.
Ooh.
Finally taking my Xmas decorations down.
Oh, yeah.
Terry says, think of all the firewood you'll have. Tons. Yes, I have a lot of firewood I need to process for the next couple years.
Yeah. And he built a new woodshed last summer, so there's plenty of room for it. We can store it real well.
Melinda says, hi, I'm watching from New Zealand.
Nice.
Very nice. We got a bunch of Kiwis in here tonight. And says, Bear's driving right now, but he says, howdy. Well, thank you, Ann or Annie. You guys are still driving? You were driving this morning when I seen you in the chat with GP.
It's a lot of driving.
Was it G? No.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something.
And there's one of our neighbors down the tracks, is Mike Lambert. Good to see you, Mike. Says, howdy, Rob. How's the weather up the tracks? I am 8 to 10 inches of wet slush. Lots of trees down and all the roads. Roof shed last night. Also 36 degrees throughout. Thought it was January. Yeah. Mike, we've just overnight we had about 8 to 10 inches of slush. And we already had about 8 to 12 from the day before. This week alone, we've gotten probably about almost 2 feet of snow, and it's just mush.
It's heavy.
We've got 3 buildings here that don't have metal roofs, so they're not shedding. So guess who gets the shovel? My back is already hurting from the one I did earlier today, but I'll be fine. I'll make it. Let's see. Alone says, has it been a year already? Man, how time flies, right?
Yeah. Amazing. Time goes fast.
It says we lost so many sturgeon last year with no snow. Yeah, that's sad. I haven't seen a sturgeon in years. We used to have them in the Connecticut River back in New Hampshire. I was greeting E.G. Wife.
Nice.
Let's see. Ben Poor says, love that freaky hat, Sarah.
It's my wear it every day when I don't expect to be seen in it hat. I had no idea it would cause so much attention.
Right. He says, is it hard to stay in touch with the outside world? How much are you comfortable sharing about your communications? I'm asking because I like ham radio as a hobby. No, we don't have a problem talking about that. Our cell phone works fine up here because we have a signal booster here from WeBoost. We actually have one in each cabin. This cabin and then the little cabin has one. We also have Starlink, and I am actually working on getting my ham radio license. Yes. I've got the book and it's being gone through. I'm just slow at doing it because there's so many other projects. The book that I have is good for another year before they start changing stuff, so I'll have to really get over it and see what's going on with it. But I'm hoping this summer to go for my ham license. Tiffany says, welcome to all the incoming. Yes, thank you. If I haven't seen you, I haven't greeted you, I am sorry. And make sure you tag me if you have a question.
Do please.
And it's Chris's Creations Fun. That's that should be Tiffany's other half.
Nice.
Rebecca. I have a sister in Kenai, and they have no snow. What's the snow you have there where you live? We're about 3 feet right now.
Yep. Wet.
Yep. Bartman say, time does fly. We'll be back in 2026 alone.
Oh, good.
And we love to see you. And you make sure you get yourselves back up here again there, Bob and Barb.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, we enjoyed having you guys up here. Jen says, skipping a rock across ice over a little pond was awesome to hear. Yeah, that makes a weird sound when you do that. Yes, thank you, Tom Cafford, for giving us some memberships. That's greatly appreciated to the people that receive them. Yep. It was Chris is definitely Tiffany's husband. Oh, good. I thought it was. And Chris, I need to get in touch with you. I believe you're into 3D printing. I recently just received a 3D printer from a friend that's moving back south. So I want to check all that out and learn a little bit more. Lone says it's very, very rocky here. Too much rock and water too far down. Yep. Even for a point.
Yeah, I think our water situation is even more difficult than ours.
Yep.
So we at least have it in the area.
Yep. We're chatting back and forth. But I already talked about that one. It's been for 3 months on a member. Because that was supposed to be an LOL.
Yeah.
An I. Gladys says, when you catch fish, do you ever pickle them or eggs? We do pickle eggs occasionally. We have not pickled fish. I do can them. And actually, I meant to open one up earlier today. Mishka, leave your brother alone. He's over there growling at her because she's climbing on him. If I get a hold of some pike, I will pickle the pike. But for eggs, usually if we're going to preserve the eggs, we do water glassing.
Right. And then they can be used for baking
up to 2 years.
Easily.
Yeah, you can hard boil them and scramble them.
Right.
Marquette says, I know I asked this before, but how far are you from Alone? We're about, Alone, what, about 6-hour drive? It's quite a ways, maybe less, I'm not sure. But
you can't just cut across the state. You have to go down to Anchorage.
No, you don't. You can go across down at Palmer.
Oh, that's right.
There's ways around.
We did.
We started going out that way.
That way, and we didn't get very far because we didn't know where we were going.
Yeah. We've been chatting back and forth.
We're going to do it one of these days.
Right. And one was talking to EG Wife. Good Tago. Fun question. Any Bigfoot sightings? Unfortunately, not. Only one I've seen is on Alone's channel.
Yes.
Keeps walking across the channel, across the
it's a riot.
The video, and I don't know how she never sees them. Yeah, Gladys says North Girl Hobbies. No, they restock walleye, but the lake is rivers, so they wait to rematch them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is ham license online, or do you, I believe you have to go into town to take the ham license. I don't think I've ever seen one where you can take it online. Jerry says, and enjoy the hats and coats that work are better than looks. My favorite 50-year-plus-year-old jacket has holes, right? Yeah. Ragged sleeves and a collar. Yep. I've got one of those coats too.
Yep.
Actually, one of the coats that I wear was Jim's from when they were doing the show, and it's extremely comfortable and it's warm.
Yep.
Brooke says he's driving home.
I didn't see that from Tom Kelly.
Yeah, EG West says my hubby's out in the soggy weather. Hopefully the traps didn't sink. Too bad. Yeah, I've got to get out and reset my wolf traps.
Mess.
We have not seen the wolves for a while, so it's kind of nice that the traps are out there. I think they know they're out there, so they have not been coming by, so it's kind of nice.
That's perfectly fine with me.
Thanks, Chris. I'll get in touch with you about the 3D printing. EG West says we're going to start vlogging everything too. We got some roaming Starlink set up. Oh, very good. Very good. It's AK Dog Monk. Good to see you in here. Everyone is popping in to say hi. Hopefully Matt's garage is doing good. He's had some really good videos lately. It's good to see him. Yep. P&J just dropped the link of us preserving salmon.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Paula and Jason. Appreciate that. Don't forget the thumbs up from Ashley. My mouse is being stupid. Sorry. Lon, what are you making funny faces for?
You see her?
Yeah, she's got a little funny face right there.
Oh.
And there's Matt's garage. Good to see you.
Yes,
and
good to see
looks like Railroad Mike made it home. Good evening, evening again, Curmudge Inn, and everyone in the chat. Just got back home from Westilla.
Very good.
And Uper says hello from Michigan, Upper Peninsula. Good to see you in here. The girl's talking about fishing. There's Sutton. Good to see you. Gladys is giving a bunch of thumbs up. Marquette says, Rob, I know you make McFurniture. Will you be making more videos of furniture making? You and Sarah both are so creative. Will be eventually. Right now, my main focus is getting the house finished. And then I have some projects out in the barn. I've got to get walls put up there, get it insulated, and get some kind of heat source in there. Because in the wintertime, it's very hard to work out there because it gets very cold. So I need to get that set up where I can actually go out there and do some work. What's the matter, Zuber? Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? There's the
baby. Oh, and there's the baby.
Here's the monster.
There's the Mishka monster.
Here's my monster.
Oops, Zuby.
All right, Zipper. You want to put them out? Or you
Yes,
want me to?
I can.
We've got to put them. She's going to put them up where he starts going cuckoo and starts barking all over the place.
It's not snowing right this minute, so maybe the roof won't shed on them.
Right. We got to worry about this, the building shedding onto one of the pups when they're running by. Oh, you're laughing about the Sasquatch walking by? Yes, Jenna, I do trap and I do tan my own hides. I've not had much luck this year, but I've not been pushing it either. I've got so much going on, and I was kind of hoping if I put the traps out, it would deter the wolves, and it did. Just like going hunting deterred the moose, but that's changing this year. Adam and I will get a moose this year. So for any more questions. Albert says, where are you located, Jupiter? My camp is by Republic. Georgiana, hi, Pops. When you see this where it says Zeus and Mishka, if you look over on the screen over here, it actually shows those little pictures that I did of the pups.
Oh. The snow is so deep
Yes,
and
lap
wet
dogs.
that they're having trouble getting around.
Yes, welcome everybody new coming in. The Northern Girl said, Northern Lights, we had trout lakes just north of us. I love them. Sunfish, crappies, or crappies, depending where you're from, call them, and lots of northerns. Yep. AK Doug Moms, I think PA and AK swapped the weather last week, right? No, what happened is we get tired of the lower 48s not shipping to us, so we shipped them some snow.
We shipped them some snow.
So, the company's down there. Mike says, is it snowing or raining your way, Rob? It is snowing. I think.
It's not doing much of anything right this minute, but it's been really, really wet snow and love it. Excuse me.
It is definitely snowing.
It's snowing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But last night, Mike, we had torrential downpours last night. Yes, you got to check the babies. Janice says, I guess my mouse is being weird. This is the year for you and Adam to get a moose and a caribou. I probably will not make the caribou hunt because it's a long trip. I don't want to be away from Sarah that long, especially at that time of year because we have a lot of bear activity around here. And I wouldn't want to leave her alone with the pups for that kind of time period because that's going to be at least a minimum of a week trip. Right, Terry? Sass does have a tendency to hang around Alone's place and walk around. Susan, we can have it back. Nope, not taking it. We have our own now. Let's see, Janet says, well, stop it, Rob, Florida. Do you want your snow? I only sent to northern Florida. Come on.
Oh, dear.
And I think actually, wow, I'm caught back up. Yay! Oh, my. Come here, Zipper. Oh, my. I don't know if you guys can see this. Just for a little time he's been out there, he's covered. It's worse than it looks on the camera. He is covered in snow. It's bad. Hi, buddy. No, don't rub it on me. He likes this part. He likes to get rubbed off with a towel.
Why am I sneezing? This is terrible.
I don't know.
Yeah. They're babies. Okay.
Alone says, I'm going to do a trout recipe. Oh, very nice, Alone. I'm looking forward to that. I do love trout when I can get my hands on them. Janet says, I understand about Sarah being alone. Get 2 moose, right? Well, technically, we could get 2 moose if she got one and I got one, but that's like 3,000 pounds of meat, and that's way too much. And the Bartmans say, when is your next trip town? A trip down to the watering hole. It would be quite an adventure. Probably in about a week or so. I keep around 30 to 40 gallons of drinking water in the house at all times. And I think I've got 3 jugs left, so I've got about 20 gallons left. Oh, a bunch of questions came in, so it started going nuts. Lon says, it is an Irish trout recipe. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Northern Girl says, do the trout sushi alone. And I didn't know you could do sushi out of trout. I'd be interested in that. Gladys says I caught a 9-pound, 7-ounce walleye, mounted it, and then lost it in the flood. Oh no, that's not good. Mike says we had the same rain. My road and trails are falling out now. Found new leaks in my roof, so that's cool. How's your trail? Trees are all over the trail, Mike. It's almost impassable in places. I had to make other routes around the trees that fell down the trail, not across the trail, down the trail. Matt says, Rob, do you do any work on the rifle stock yet? Don't know if you talked about it yet. No, depends which one you're talking about. I have, those that don't know, Sarah purchased me a flintlock, a Kibler Colonial flintlock for my birthday. It's a 50 cal. And I also have, thanks to my brother John Hogan, an original 1878 4570 trap door. And I also purchased a stock for that to redo it to preserve the original one that's 140 something years old. So I've got 2 projects. Probably work on the 4570 first because I'm going to want that for bear season when the bears come out in the springtime. And I got all my chisels in and stuff like that to do my inletting, so that should not be an issue. Let's look for questions. Easy says, what's that? Just whiskey and trout? Let's see. Alon says, close, but instead of whiskey, it has hard cider in the recipe. Ooh, that might be interesting, Alon. I'm looking forward to that one. Marcus says, Alon, we have more than 2 feet here in Wyoming. So far, 2 fresh inches this morning, but negative temps. Yeah, that's not fun. Okay, back at the bottom. Alon says, Marquette, you've had more snow than I have had all winter. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And Gladys says, are you going to get more chickens? Most definitely.
Oh, yes.
It's driving me nuts because we're having a shortage of eggs, and I love baking. I can't bake without eggs right now. So I will actually be going into town next week sometime. Or no, in about a week and a half, I'll be going into town on the first Thursday train to hopefully film a video with a friend. And if that does not happen, I will be going to get some supplies. I'll be getting some supplies either way.
Yeah.
Mostly going to be eggs and dog food and dog treats because we underestimated our dog food amount because, you know,
we doubled our dogs.
The little one eats like a horse.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I think, you know, she thinks she's about 3 times the size of Zeus by the amount of food she wants to eat. So I need dog food. And treats. You know, Sarah's got them trained on how and when they get their treats. So I need to replenish that stock.
There's going to be a temper
I just
tantrum.
got training treats that are this big, and if I took one of those upstairs at bedtime to give them their final treat for the night, and I gave them that, they're going to bite me. They're going to say that's not a treat, that's a nibble. Ashley's dropping links. My cat's making funny faces. Miss Alone says I had nothing but strong winds for the past few weeks. Right now, the winds are around 30. Geez.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. What is the best place to eat in Talkeetna? It says north of 52. That depends what kind of food you like. It's we've only eaten at like 3 places in town. We've eaten at Latitude. We've eaten at Mountain High, the pizza joint, and at the Denali Brew Pub. Then at the brewery as well. We have
the brewery. The pizza at the brewery is quite nice.
Yeah, but
it's small.
It depends on what kind of food you're looking for. Latitudes has good food. It's typical, you know, pub/restaurant food. It's not bad. The brewery in town, it's got, you know, both places. The actual distillery down on the spur has really good pizza and is wood fired. And they have some really good pies as well as some really good drinks down. The brew house or the pub, Denali Brew Pub downtown, It's more of a pub fare, so it's gonna be burgers, things like that, which it is good. They make some really good sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries, yeah, those are very, very
Mountain
good.
High Pizza has really good pizza, but other than that, that's really the only places that we've eaten in town. And
Right.
there's not very many more.
No, I
It's a
think
small
we've eaten
town.
it almost all. There's a truck that has, what is the truck? You only got to eat.
That's the spinach. That's the spinach bread. The bread's
That, yeah, that
spinach bowl or something like that.
something.
But it's really good.
It's really good, but we've only been able to get it, catch it
times.
when.
Another good place if you want a really good burger, our friend the Owens, they have the Mexican Moose down at the end at the edge of town down by the river. And when they're open in the summertime, their daughter has a little like ice cream / burger place right there, and it's really good. It's a food truck basically, a food shed, and she makes some really good burgers.
Yeah, she does. They're really good. But the only other place we have eaten that would be sit down dining is the place up on the hill.
Oh,
It's where all the tour trucks.
Mike,
the tour
it's a place
buses
Mike
go.
Alaska, River Mike's Alaska works. The oh God, I'm having a brain fart. I'm sorry. The Talkeetna, Alaska Lodge up on the hill.
And
it's good food.
it's
but
fine.
it is pricey. It is
And
pricey.
it's not. It has a broad audience.
Yeah. Gladys, you have to come here if you want me to bake for you. You have to come up here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
Mm-mm.
The departments say we're in Wyoming to Marquette. We're planning a trip this fall, which you'll be sure to see. Meat birds.
Yeah.
Vito, how's my friend down in Brazil?
Yes.
When
How
Lone
are
says
you?
30-mile-an-hour wind, nothing compared to the normal winds.
Yeah.
Wind gusts typically get to 45. Yeah.
Oh my.
Anchorage.
It's a lot.
The hillsides of
That's
Anchorage
true,
recently had, I think they had it topped out at 129 miles an hour about a week or so back. That was crazy.
We weren't there.
Nope. Yep. Old school says Lat 262 is good. Only place I've ate.
Right.
Alone says give our wonderful host a thumbs up. Thank you, Miss Alone. Appreciate that.
Sweet girl.
Yes, Mike just said don't forget the Talkeetna Alaskan Lodge. That's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
I knew I was close
Yes.
on the name. They'll be open next month for the year. The food is usually good. Yes, it
It
is
is
good.
good.
It's just a little on the pricey side for most people.
It's like I said, it has a broad audience. It's what you would expect at a quite good restaurant.
Yeah, it's a large
high-end
hotel
restaurant.
or for this area.
For
It's a
here,
large
it's
hotel
huge. Yeah.
or motel, whatever you want, or inn, lodge, whatever you want to call it. It's good size, but the food is good. I had no problem eating there. We went there with some of my old clients from Florida came up here and they were friends, and we met them in town and had dinner with them over there, and it was good. I could not complain. I wanted to go back, but it's just I can't justify spending the money when I can cook like that myself. I have the right
Indeed,
ingredients.
yeah. That's one of our problems is you can cook.
I'm talking about replaying the thing. Danielle, Summerfield
What?
Draft Horses. Danielle from
Oh.
Summerfield Draft Horses is a childhood friend of mine that I've known since the 5th grade.
Yes.
She is an amazing girl. Her and her husband are in North Carolina and rescue draft horses. Hey guys, saw you were
Yes.
live. Thought I would pop in. Good to see you. Good to see you,
Nice.
Danielle.
Yay.
Oh, and there's Jason from Flower Gold Wizards. Good to see you, Jason.
Two. Popping in too.
Amazing channel. If you haven't watched him, if you're into prospecting, make sure you stop and see Flower Gold Wizards.
Nice.
And that's if you look at his little thumbnail there, that's Rigby. That's the real mind boss.
The dog.
Yep.
Of course, the dog is
It's
the boss.
Curly Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Big family. Sorry, phone died. I'm back. Not a
Oh,
problem.
I'm glad you're back anyway.
As Patty says, the bakery, Friday night pizza. Is that place seasonal?
The bakery. Yeah, the
The
bakery, we
bakery at the
love
road-
the bakery for breakfast.
Well, depending which one it
Yeah.
is. The Flying
Yeah.
Squirrel is up on the
The Flying
spur,
Squirrel.
and they have a really nice pastry selection there.
They do.
Friday night pizza, that's probably going to be a Mountain High.
That would
That's
be my
open
choice.
that's open year round. After that, we don't go in town enough in the wintertime to know what's open and what's not open in the
Right.
winter. But the old days, the Roadhouse was really, really popular.
Had a great
But it
reputation,
has not been
but-
open much since COVID hit.
Mhm.
She does have really nice pastries she sells at the windows on the weekends, but the
Mhm.
old style part of the restaurant, as far as I know, is not open right now. I wish it was, because I've seen so many specials and spotlights on it. My friend Paul Heeman,
Right.
who's a videographer and a YouTuber, did some amazing videos on it back in the day, and the food looked amazing.
Mhm.
And Lon says, I was in Anchorage during the winds and the rains. It was pretty crazy with the icy roads. Yeah,
Oh, I
that
bet
was
it was
crazy.
awful.
They had like 5-6 inches of rain down there.
Mm-mm-mm.
And Daniel says, Vito, thanks for the shout out.
Mhm.
Let's see what I'm missing here. Mike says, I should have added, keep it in mind about my chickens. He will hatch.
Right, yeah, there's always that.
No problem.
They're untrustworthy creatures,
Yeah.
chickens.
Curly Bill, that's another prospecting guy.
Mhm.
Do bears come close to your house, and how do you keep them away? Yes, they come right up to the house.
Right up, look
They,
right in
they
the
have
window.
no shame. They will come look right in your window and lick their lips and try to figure out what they're going to come in and eat.
Mhm.
How do I keep them away? Well, what do you think? Not trying to be mean or rude, but there's only one way to keep a bear away.
Mhm.
Well, there's a couple. Usually we'll just make a lot of noise, but if they're that close to the house, they're taking the last hibernation. Let's say that.
Mhm.
And yes,
Yeah.
we do eat what we shoot.
We
And
do.
we actually had bear 2 nights ago, and it came out amazing as always.
Yeah, we're careful when the time of year we shoot them.
Yep.
Even if they're being a nuisance, if they're not going to be edible, we shoo them away some way or other.
Yep. Yeah, we'll try to shoo them away before we have to shoot them.
Yes.
I don't take to killing animals or things
Don't
like
take
that
it lightly. No.
You know, because if it's going to get shot, it's going to be.
Mhm.
So.
I am going to have a very nice
Bear rug.
bear rug in the foyer, which is in the oddest place you've ever seen a foyer.
All right.
It's the
North of the
house.
52nd says, be there in May on the way to Dead Horse.
Mm.
I visit Alaska annually. Talkeetna is always a stopover. Yeah. Very good.
Very good.
May, as you know, is a beautiful
May
time.
is glorious.
It is a beautiful time, but you already know that.
Mhm. Yeah.
The Bartman say, I've got it written down. Thanks, Marquette.
Right.
Daniel says, I'm making bacon popcorn.
Ooh.
Saw it on a reel, and I'd have to give it a try.
Give it a
Let me
try.
know how it comes out, Danielle. Our slice of Alaska Homestead, Railroad Mike, what breed of chickens are you hatching?
Yes. What are you hatching?
And Mike says, yeah, the lodge is a nice place, but I won't spend half of a paycheck on a burger, LOL. It's probably better once a year to eat out place. It's a great place to take a camera, though. Yeah, it's got some beautiful sights from up on the hill up there.
The exterior view is exquisite.
Tell you what, we'll go down there this summer and we'll do some video from down there. It is quite nice. Nature, you're new. Says hello to Danielle.
Nice.
Clint says, gotta run for now. Was fun seeing everyone again. Until next time, stay safe. You too, Clint. And Patty says, to Flying Squirrel. Yes, to Flying Squirrel.
Yes.
It's got good food.
We like that for breakfast in particular.
I'm a pastry guy. I grew up in my grandfather's bakery,
Right.
and I always had pastry in the morning, and their stuff is top notch.
It is. It is indeed.
The same Patty Clint. Yep. Alone. Love Paul Heeman. Yep.
Yes.
Paul is a great guy. I've known him longer than anybody in Alaska. We started chatting. Gosh, I'd have to look back on my Facebook, probably about 12 years ago. And when Sarah and I came here to look at the property, I got back in touch with Paul. And Paul's done videos that are on Amazon and stuff like that. He's really good. People, when I first found it, he did a remake of Jeremiah Johnson.
Oh yes.
He did the Sons of Jeremiah Johnson. Everybody was giving him
Oh,
hell.
yeah.
Oh, it's such a low quality. Da 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 da. You know, the acting's horrible. You know what? What have you done?
Yeah, right.
What have you put on
We
YouTube?
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. What have you
It
filmed? What have you put on YouTube? What's making you money that you put on YouTube? Like, what have you done that's on Amazon?
Yeah.
What have you done that's on Hulu? And his stuff has been on all those. He is just a great guy, down to earth. You know, he suffered some tragedies over the last few years, but you know, he's kept his head. He's kept plugging along. And we run into him on the road system on a regular basis at gas stations. But after Sarah and I come up here and looked at the property, you know, I reached out to him and started talking with him. And I think the first time I was sitting on the boat, and I think I spent like 3 hours on the phone with him, just going over things. And we stayed in contact over, you know, the next 4 months. And then we were here, and then we started being able to meet up with him. He's just an extremely pleasant man.
Extremely.
I'm going to make sure I add his
knowledgeable.
link into one of our videos soon so you guys can find him. He's a really good guy. If somebody can find his link, or Lauren, if you can drop his link, go ahead, please do. Railroad says our slice of Alaska homesteading. We will have Barred Rocks Silkies.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I had Barred Rock.
Yep, we got a couple Barred Rock up there. We did.
We did.
We did. I can hear it now from the guests
Rhode Island,
who stay at your
I always
place.
like them.
Yep. Matt says I can hear from the guests that stay at your place, Rob. And Sarah, great place, super folks, great cooking, and talk eating, right?
Yay.
I just don't want anybody showing up for dinner. DC4, hello again in Alaska. Good to see you. Hey, wait, where's JR? Somebody go over and give JR a wake-up call. The DC4 maybe think of an airplane, and JR flies. And for all I know, that could be him.
Yep. And baked goods, cookies and baked goods at the Flying Squirrel.
Yep. Yeah, their pastries are really good. The cookies, stuff like that, amazing.
Lovely.
Everybody's saying talking back and forth. Meredith says my daughter likes bear meat. So why? It
we
always,
do.
if you get it the right season, the meat is very good. It's sweet, it's tender, and if you know how to cook it right. Not in general. I mean, but bears can be tricky to cook, and I've never had a piece of tough meat. Our slice of Alaska says the railroad Mike. Nice. I'll be hatching Americanas and black copper marrons. Nice. Where are you located, our slice of Alaska homestead? I think you're new to our channel, or did you change the name recently? Genesis is bear real fatty. I've ate it, but it was not greasy. We like spring bears, so they've used up a lot of the reserves, so there's not a whole lot of fat on. There is fat on there, but I take the fat off. Some of it I render down for other things. Some of it just stays on there. But I don't find it fatty.
No. Or greasy.
I don't find a lot of grizzle on it either.
No. It was extremely meaty and tender. Last night we had.
Yep. No, not last night. Tonight before.
Not before night.
Mark had Robin Sarah alone. I was a chef for a summer at the Kenai on the Kenai. Now lots of water to cook salmon, bear, moose, and reindeer if interested.
Wow. Yeah.
Nice. Now I'll talk with you, Marquette, to figure out some more recipes. Do you make anything with fireweed, like jams, things like that? Yes, we do. We make a really good fireweed jelly.
We do.
And Sarah's going to be making some stuff out of that this summer. I'm not going to spoil that too much. Can't give away all the videos. You guys got to watch them.
True. Besides, we don't know how well it's going to do.
Go find out.
We'll find out.
Gladys says, I have to leave. It was wonderful to see everyone in chat. Take care and see you on the next video. Love your channel. Thank you, Gladys.
Thank you, Gladys.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all. You guys are doing amazing as always. Marcus says a lone guy I worked with was Olympian. Nice.
Nice.
Mike says, I remember Paul starting to write his movies with Wild Bill as an extra. I think I'm in it too. I don't remember. I saw Paul the other day, actually, right before Christmas. He's my neighbor. He is a really good guy.
Really good guy.
And he's supposed to be coming up hopefully this summer. He keeps saying he's going to, but he's told me he's going to make a really hard effort to come up here this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Bertrand says, besides chicken, Miss, are you going to have other birds, ducks, geese? No. I don't want to have to worry about having to have ponds and stuff like that for them to swim around in. Bigger pens mean bigger critters getting into the pens. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. In the future, we will add some other livestock, probably going to be goats or Highlanders.
Mm-hmm. I like
Where's
goats.
Billy Sutton? I haven't seen the name at all. I don't know. I haven't seen Billy in forever. I hope he's okay. You know, because we used to the Sutton boys in here because we had Billy and we had Troy. And now it's just Troy. So I'm hoping Billy's okay. Alone says, if you have some spare rendered bear fat, Rob, I would love to get my hands on some. I'm pretty much out now, but when I get a bear in the spring, I will make sure I get you some alone. Like I said, Rob, sorry, typo, not water. That was supposed to be not to water. Ruby says, gonna leave for my live. You all have an awesome night and weekend. Not a problem, Ruby. Hope you guys keep doing good down there. Stay in touch.
Yes.
Old school says my daughter is attending culinary school at the moment. Very nice, actually.
Excellent.
I love the rendered pork and beef fat, bear and moose fat. I'd like to try also. Yep.
Yeah, they're all good.
Georgiana want a Highland cow, right?
Yes, they're so cute. Everybody does.
Cute and fuzzy.
I grew up with Holsteins and milking Shorthorns, and when my dad sold them, he missed the cows so much that he bought a whole bunch of, what were the white ones? The white beefers. They're beautiful. Somebody will know them.
So Danielle says, update on the bacon popcorn. It smells a little while it's popping, but wow, it's really good.
Oh, good. Sounds good.
I'll have to give you a call tomorrow or text you tomorrow, Danielle, to find out how you did it. Lone says, every time you read my comments, the screen freezes.
Oh, you silly.
What I missed something about P&J. Oh, Mike, I believe. No.
What?
Billy says, I believe he has passed away. Was looking for him last few months. I believe I found his obituary. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's horrible. That's horrible. Well, if you find out for sure, let us know.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, he was a nice guy. Bertrand says he wants a buffalo. Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you in here. Haven't seen you in a while. Great state of Ohio. North of 52nd says went down to 2 degrees last week. Americanus did okay. Some breeds are cold tolerant. Heat will kill them. Still getting 8 plus eggs a day. From wow. So, that's pretty good. See, we don't have enough daylight really right now. That's why I was really shocked when I found eggs out there today from our little girl. Yeah, it's funny because she was one of the first hens we got. She was the smallest, and she's still doing good. Still doing good. You know, so we didn't.
And she has the nicest disposition.
Oh yeah, she's a sweetie. I mean, you can walk up, pick her up, play with her, and she's fine.
She's lovely.
See, Titus, good to see you in here. Titus and Jackie.
Hi.
Alone says, such a joker you are, Rob. Daniel Draft Horses says, oh, heck, it's super easy. I just take some of the fat from you get off from the bacon and use it as popping oil. I'm going to have to try that now. I'll have to pull some bacon out tomorrow.
Oh, dear.
It's breaking your heart. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, please do, Paula and Jason, drop us an email with any information.
Thanks.
Big family says, oh man, that is sad. Yeah, it definitely. Real Mike says, hey, just remember to smack that like button. Thank you.
Yeah, there are so few of us up here, really. We
Yeah.
miss,
Yeah, no.
and it's hard to keep track of people.
Yeah, I mean, we see so many of you guys in the chats. We get closer to some than others. We chat with some with others or more than others, and that's fine. But you know, when we see people in here, we remember them. You know, not all of them 100% of the time, but we do remember people. A lot of the people that are in here have been with us since the start. We've been doing these lives almost 2 years now, and to see somebody that was here early on pass, it's not fun. It's not a good feeling. But you know, hopefully, you know, they'll be missed. And you know, we see people come in that vanish and then pop back in. You know, so it's always good to see people come back in. But the winter times are hard for a lot of people, and I know like Gentleman Prospect and a few of the other prospecting channels harp on this. It's hard in the winter time for people that are alone. And cabin fever is a real thing, and it can really eat at your brain and stress you out and make you feel lonely, make you think of things that you normally wouldn't do. And if you ever feel that way, make sure you reach out to somebody, whether drop us an email and we can email, or I'll give you a call. It don't matter. If you're feeling that way, get in touch with somebody. You're not alone. You're not alone at all.
We have each other and two crazy mutts.
Right.
So we're really pretty darn safe.
But
as far as our brains are concerned,
there are so many other people out there. I mean,
not
if
everyone
you
has
have
those resources.
If you're having issues, just reach out to somebody, whether it be us or another channel, a friend, somebody. Don't.
Right.
You're not alone. And I'm not saying that's what happened with Billy. I'm just saying in general. It's this time of year is hard for everybody.
It is. Indeed.
Anyways, get off that subject. It's not a fun subject. No. Daniel says, I'm glad I can be of assistance. Enjoy. I'm headed back to the man cave for a movie. Good to see you both. Good to see you, Danielle. Yes. Tell hubby we said hi. Give the ponies a treat for us.
Yes. Carrots.
Steve B says, what temp there? How much daylight? We're 33 degrees, 33.9, and we're getting we're getting close to 6 hours of daylight a day.
The late morning makes for a nice breakfast, a long breakfast.
Yep. Let's see. Easy wife. I appreciate y'all. It's always, my mouse is being weird. Always a pleasure just hanging out. Exactly. Oh, yes. And if you have not checked out EG Wife or her channel or her husband, Enigmatic Glitchin, make sure you do. Where is Gary tonight, EG? Carrie says, good evening, everyone. Good to see you, Carrie.
Right.
So, any other questions you guys want to ask? Because we've been on here an hour and a half. And I don't want to be here all night because I've got to go out and check things. It's dark outside now.
It's dark.
I have to make my rounds to make sure everything's okay. I've got the generator running, stuff like that. So, that's right, Gary. You said that earlier, EG. I'm sorry. I spaced that out. You mentioned that he was out on the sopping wet out on the trail.
Oh yes. Oh yes, she did.
Hopefully he's having a lot better luck than I am. But then again, I'm not pushing it too hard either.
Yeah.
I've got
well, he's a pro too.
Yeah, that is true.
He's done this. It's a lifelong.
This is a lifestyle for him.
Right.
Hey, there's our friend, so remote Alaska. Good to see you in here, my friend. I got your number. I'm going to give you a holler. I want to see if you have something that's dried and ready to go. He's got a wood mill.
Oh.
See if he's got something I can't get a hold of here.
Oh. Nice.
Weldon Carey, good to see you in here. Young man that's in the knives. He has some nice knives he has on his channel. How could you? LOL, just kidding. So much going through the Kanagan right now, you know.
Not me, I'm spacey.
Okay, Doug Mom says, Rob, have you made any sourdough lately? No, I actually stopped making sourdough. I was going through too much flour. I wasn't baking enough. And I couldn't get it to go dormant and then come back up.
Yeah.
You know, after feeding it. So I stopped, and I'm just making my milk bread and my other stuff that I make on a regular basis.
Yeah. And the stuff is good anyway.
Yeah, and what I make is good. It just, having to feed it on a regular basis and wasting the flour, I have a hard time with that. I don't
Mhm.
like wasting anything. And yes, I know I can use my discards for stuff, but this time of year, I don't have a lot of time for baking because once I'm up and as soon as I have daylight or enough light to do
Right.
anything, I'm outside doing stuff.
Yeah.
Whether
There's
it's
a
out,
lot of other things to
yeah,
do here.
instead of out in the shop, I could be out running the trails.
Mhm.
The daylight doesn't bother me. If I need to run down the trail, I'm down the trail. It doesn't matter what time of day.
I'd rather we do it in daylight.
My mouse is really going cuckoo here. We're just shooting off the side of the screen, and it shouldn't have been.
Mm. Mhm.
Again, if you have questions, make sure you ask. Oh, you just hit 4K subs. Very good, Rodney Carey. Congratulations.
Yay.
Hey, John. There's my brother.
Hey, John.
I'm here just chatting with a family member. Not a problem, John.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Good to have
Hopefully he
you.
wasn't here too long after we were talking schmack about him earlier. Kidding, John. Love you, brother. Those who don't know,
dear.
John is a brother to me.
Mhm.
We've been close for many years, and he's still down in Florida. He's been up here once, and hopefully he gets back up here again this year.
Summer.
Hint,
Yes.
hint. Angie, if you're listening, make him get a plane ticket,
Mhm.
or I'm going to buy the dang ticket and tell him if he doesn't come up, I'm going to beat him. And right now I can, John, because your hand's out of commission.
No, that was very mean.
Might not be able to outshoot you.
No.
I could run faster.
You can that.
Yep.
And longer.
Titus says, "How's the studio coming along?" It is getting there.
Mm-hmm. Both our studios.
Yeah,
are
both studios are coming
Mhm.
along very nicely. You're
Yep.
probably talking about Sarah's from the video that we did a while ago, because I don't think too many people know about my studio.
Mhm.
Her studio is coming along. I'm going to finish up a couple shelves tomorrow,
Mhm.
and that'll be a video coming up soon. And then I've got to do the other ones where I have to go to town first because I need some supplies to finish it off. And hopefully soon enough, she'll have the entire studio upstairs.
Yes, that'll be good.
Alone. Hello, John Hogan, aka Bill.
Silly.
Hello, all alone. See my name, John, not Brian. Bill. Sorry about that, John. I blame it on old age.
Oh no, you can't get by with that alone. No way.
You're not that old.
No.
If you thought Mom dehydrated my starter to keep it. Yeah.
Well,
the problem is I make bread every week, Kim.
Right.
So I've got to I can't rehydrate it and wait a week for it to restart.
No, that's true.
I bake every Sunday. So tomorrow I'll be baking while I'm out doing snow and stuff like that. So not a problem, William Carey. John says funny as heck, right?
Yeah.
Carrie says, how often do you guys do live? We used to do weekly, but
now it's gonna be
more like every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the schedule and what I've got going on. I'm trying to do every other week, but it's not easy. This time of year, I'm always going, and I burn through so many calories in a day. I eat like a horse, but by the time I come in the afternoon, I'm ready to sit down and do one of those because I'm beat. You know, if you're not in a northern climate where it gets cold, the cold tires you. But if everything works out right, I'm going to try to do every 2 weeks. We'll see what happens after this week and after all the snow we've got going on.
It's wild. And we never know what's going to happen day to day.
Yeah. And Jen says, I'm with you about the sourdough starter. I don't need that much bread. It's also a lot easier to get a regular bread recipe. Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the bread recipes he has are pretty quick.
Yeah. I've got the Japanese milk bread down pretty pat. I can get my 2 loaves started or get it all mixed up, started rising, then break it down into what I want and get it going, and it comes out really good.
It does. It's reliable.
Yeah. The big thing is I got to pay attention more to my times while it's rising, because sometimes I let it get too high, or not, don't get let it get high enough, and I want to be a thin bread or really tall bread.
The other thing that he's been doing and having really good success with is crumpets.
Yep, my crumpets. If you know what crumpet is basically an English muffin. It's where English muffins came from. And I've been perfecting that over the last few weeks or a few months. I got it down pretty good now. Where it can be really good. Really reliable and pretty easy. Yeah. Easy for me to cooking them. Using the ice box, it's not as consistent as a regular refrigerator, so that's why we don't really didn't want to put it in there to put it dormant. If we were using a regular refrigerator, probably would, but our ice box, because I don't have enough of the ice blocks, it goes too much like this, so I'm not going to risk it. I've started using buckets instead of the ice purchased blocks, and actually they freeze better, so they freeze faster. I can do it on a 24-hour schedule, and it's working a little better. So Rebecca says, I was recommended your channel and thought it was interesting and subscribed. Love your channel. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. How'd you hear about us? Who recommended us? Be interested to know. Yeah. And the apartment say goodnight, Rob and Sarah. So great to be in the chat with you and all of your YouTube family. Be careful clearing up all that heavy snow. Yes, it's heavy snow. We miss you guys too. And the trees. Yeah. Yeah. Do come again. Bob, if you're still in here, give me a call in a couple days, my friend. Right. Big family says my starter died in the refrigerator. Unfortunately, I've been thinking about starting a new one. I miss making sourdough bread. So do I. I mean, I love sourdough bread. I love all the different things we made out of it. But it's a day-long procedure. Yeah. As well. Besides weekly. Yep. I'll be going into town around the 6th, John. Hopefully anything that you've got sent coming up is here, and I know Mom sent me up a bunch of stuff, and there's some things in there that you guys might like too. I'll be sharing that with you once they get here. Well, the curious said thanks to Mike. I waited too long to feed it. Yeah, that's a problem. That's an issue. When I start when I get up in the morning, I start my day. Me and Sarah will sit down, we'll have our coffee, we'll have our breakfast, and then I pretty much vanish. Yep. Paul and Jay said, Chrissy, that happens. Yes, it does. We're saying goodnight to the Bartmans. Hey, there's the other Aussie girl. Is onto it, Aussie. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully everything is going great down there with you. Says hi, Rob and Sarah. Chatter's just popping in. Lunch break. That's right. You're at work. That's right. I'm sorry about that. Onto it. Well, Matt Scratch to Rebecca. That was a good recommendation to you. Rob and Sarah are great folks. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Thank you. And so is Matt's Garage. He's got some interesting videos, and I actually have some that I won at the Alaskan YouTuber meetup sitting right over there that he brought in. Oh, the wrench. The wrench. The monkey wrench. Beautiful thing. Or adjustable wrench, depending on where you're at, what you're going to call it. And they're saying hello to Onto It Aussie. Mike says, good to know. This is the first live I've been able to make in a while. I was wondering if you were going to do weekly lives again. Probably not. We just have, especially right now, we have so much going on. Because my goal is to have the house pretty much completed by the spring. Yeah. And I've got quite a bit to do still. I mean, there's going to be some things that I can't finish off. I've got to do the post and lintel by the front door. I've got more shelves I got to put up. I've got to mill them first, things like that. So it's hard for me because I want to be spending my time getting all this stuff done so I can get it in order. Because once the house is done, then I can start other projects that I want to get done as well. Like I've got to mill all the 2x6s to insulate the barn. Yeah, and then the roof fell. Well, that's there's always that can be done at any time. There's always something. We're going to try to build a solar kiln this summer to dry wood for doing like the countertops and stuff like that faster. Yep. So and there'll be a video on that. Yeah, we've got a plan for that. Good, yes, sir. With cans and slants. You can't be. She's giving away all the freaking details. Jeez, lady. Put her on mute, somebody.
I'm
gonna get hit. You see those copper pans above my head? She's gonna smack me later.
Oh, no.
Marquette says, Rob, how do I get my picture on my comments so you and Sarah can see which you're talking to? You're not gonna be able. You can't do that like you can on Facebook.
That's too bad.
It's giving hearts to Ashley.
Oh.
Sue Ladine. I don't eat enough bread items to make a sourdough. So, yeah. We do. It takes too much time for me.
It does.
To
there are
worry about it.
So many hundreds of things he has to do.
Yep.
And so many of them are beyond what I can do. I don't know how, or I don't have the strength.
Yep. North of the 52nd says Alaska Airlines has cheap fares if you are flexible and plan ahead.
Yep.
Less than $800 for a round trip from Nashville to Anchorage. When Sarah and I came up here to look at the property for 2 round trip tickets, and I booked those last minute, but we had like 4 stops.
Yeah.
We paid under $800 for 2 round trip tickets.
Round trip, yes.
So it all depends on.
And it was the absolutely most glorious weekend of the entire year.
Yeah, it was beautiful that weekend.
The last part of May. Gorgeous.
What are you doing?
With your ash from burning wood. Well,
we use it for a couple of different things. We'll actually, this time of year or in springtime, we'll put it on the ice so we don't have it fall. But we do save it. We put some in with the chickens for them to dust themselves with, and we do use it in our gardens.
Right.
Ashley is dropping some crazy links over here. Look at this guy go.
Woohoo! Hey, Ashley.
Georgiana says, have a great night. Rob and Sarah, stay warm. We will.
Yep.
Bob Barmer says, well, do.
Yes.
Onto it says, good day, Alaska, cut the cord.
Yay.
Good day, P&J. I would love English muffin recipe. I will do a video on that sometime soon.
That one.
Because they actually come out really good.
They really do.
I try not to do a whole lot of cooking videos because the cooking videos never really do that well for us. But when somebody asks for something, I try to do it. Or I'll add it into another video.
They are good.
Terry says, Rob, please be careful going out, doing chores, and watch the cracking trees, sliding snow. I'm extremely cautious when it comes to that stuff. Like when I was doing the roofs, I'm like, sir, just keep an eye out, watch outside. Just make sure you can see me every few minutes. Because number one, this is heart attack snow. Yes, I'm in good health, but just because you're in good health and think you're in good health doesn't mean you can't have a heart attack. Doesn't mean you won't fall. Doesn't mean a roof won't collapse. Doesn't mean a tree won't fall on you. So we try to stay well within that stuff, so we know each other are okay.
And I have good view from the windows.
Yeah,
I can watch from there's a big window here, and if I can't see him, he's on the far side of the roof for a while. I'll get bundled up and go out and see what I can find.
Patty says English muffins are so expensive now, and I know they used to be so cheap. You could buy like the little square box like that from Thomas's. They were only a couple bucks, and now the prices. That's why it's going stupid. There's a piece of plastic I couldn't see there. But they used to be really cheap, and now they've gone stupid. That's why I started doing all my own cooking. They're delicious.
His tastes just like English muffins.
Yeah. And Kim says, I think people who say they have 100-year-old starters are liars, right?
Yeah.
We see that all the time up here. I've got a 120-year-old Alaskan sourdough starter. I'm sure somebody does somewhere because it was just so caked up on the side of the jar, but
ew.
Can you prove it? And I'm not going to pay you $50 for a little chunk that's this big just because you say it's a starter.
And it's pretty messy.
Rebecca says, loved your brill shove. What you made was so pretty. Yes, that came out so nice.
I really like that.
Paul and just said, Robin, sorry, can you put the wood in the greenhouse to dry faster? That's why I'm going to build a solar kiln.
Right.
And you'll see that.
You'll see it soon. Well, in spring. Early spring.
Yep. John, living off grid where they live, living is a full-time job.
It is a full-time job. It is. It is indeed.
Yeah. I'm just looking to see if I see anybody popping in. Yes, Adam and Phyllis, last cut the cord. Welcome, new subscriber. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
Everybody
thank you
that's
for
dropped
everybody
in
who's
that's
new.
new here. We appreciate you being here. Mishka's over here whining.
She's whining.
Oh, you know why? It's
'Cause
it's almost dinner time. She's got a built-in clock. She knows when it's getting close to 6. She starts whining like this because she wants some food.
And 10 minutes before 8 every morning, she starts whining.
Mm-hmm. So Rebecca says, buy your tickets before the end of March on Alaska Airlines. You can get good deals. That's what my sister told me. Very nice.
Good information. Thank you.
I was looking for any questions, and we're going to start getting ready to get out of here. You could do a live cooking video. This is true, and I have thought about that too.
True. That's true.
Have you tried baking powder flatbread? Yes, I have. I love flatbread. I used to make a lot of Indian fry bread, stuff like that. I haven't done that in a while. I made tortillas a couple weeks ago.
You did.
I need to. I have a whole recipe book for different types of low, no use, no need breads, no yeast, type of bread,
yeast
stuff like that. I can't find it. I've got so many cookbooks. It's stupid. I've got some cookbooks dating back to the 20s. She's being funny over here. But anyways, guys, we are at the bottom of our list, our chat. I want to thank everybody for being in here. I want to thank all of our moderators, Onto It Ozzy, Ashley, Alone, Alaska Cut the Cord, P&J, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, all the moderators for coming in and helping out. Luckily, we don't have a lot of trolls, so they don't have a whole lot to do, except for, sit here and chat with you guys, just like they would in any other chat. All the people that show up in here are just amazing. I'm not talking about just the other YouTubers. I'm talking about everybody that comes in and listens to us ramble and talk and stuff like that. We love y'all. I mean, y'all are amazing. And just as I said that, I saw Adam pop up saying, love y'all. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
We do love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Y'all come in and, hang out with us for, an hour or two at a time. And we appreciate that. You help us keep our sanity. We'll help you keep yours. We'll keep you entertained. You keep us entertained. You're all just good people. And we like having good people around us. I was taught from a young age, surround yourself by people you want to, be like. And that's what we try to do. That's, we have amazing friends like Alone, Adam and Phyllis, Ward, John Hogan, Onto It, P&J. They're all good people. Remember. If they're on our channel, they're good people. And there are other channels that we're friends with that are not on here, and that, we admire and look at that are good people. The monster. Look at that little face. Look how big she's got. Now look at the thumbnail for this video and how tiny she was. This little monster is like 40 pounds now. All right, you gotta go. I'm trying to get rid of it. Stop the video, kid. You guys are all just amazing. There are a few people have sent some stuff up to us over the holidays, and we will post pictures of that stuff and include it in a couple of videos because some of it is just simply amazing.
It really
the paintings
is.
we got is just amazing.
Yep.
Diavaz, first time catching you live. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you too.
Nice to see you.
But anyways, guys, it has been a real pleasure having you in here and hanging out with us, listening to us ramble and answer questions when we got them. If you ever have questions that we didn't answer, please drop us an email and we will go over those questions with you in an email, or we'll address it in a video separately. It's up to you. Those that had questions about renting the cabin, stuff like that, make sure you drop us an email.
Drop notes.
And we will chat that way. Currently, the cabin will not be available probably until sometime in summer because our friends Adam and Phyllis are using it while they're prepping their land and getting started on their property. So that kind of slows that kind of stuff down, which isn't an issue at all. That's why we offered to them because they're family to us. Absolutely. Adam, Phyllis, Alone, most of the people that come into this are like family to us, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in. And at that, we're going to get out of here. I've got to feed the little monster down here and the other monster on the couch, And that one there, she gets really mean when she doesn't eat. We'll talk to you guys soon, and see you on the next live stream and on the next video. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.